What's going on, everyone? It's Greg back with some more Watcher of Realms, and we have got Gear Raid 19, Gear Raid 119 down finally. I probably could have done this like a week and a half ago if I would have paid attention to Dolores. Make sure you check out my other video on that big mistake I made with Dolores, but we finally got through it. And I'm gonna say this is probably a little bit out of reach for some folks. As you know, I do have some good mages here. Let me go ahead and just hit fight so you can see what I got. I do have, primarily the breadwinner here is Vierna. If you got Vierna, you probably have a decent shot of doing this. If you don't have Dolores, there are still some rare heroes that will boost you as well. Bucket and other folks have got some other guides out there to kind of give you little bits of placement. What I'm doing is trying to come up with, I'm just going to show you guys my run, talk through it a little bit, talk through a little my logic, the things that I did, so that you can, maybe you'll get a nugget or two from it. That's how I do it. I've been watching everyone's videos. I get a little bit here and there. So I don't really want to go too much into what other folks have said. But I mean, your keys are Dolores if you have her, and then your main mage DPS. And then things that can help support, like Zealous, he has the debuff he can put on the enemies. You can use someone like, if you have where is he, greed is really good too. If you have him, can build him up. He's just a little bit harder to pull, it seems, but I do have him. I just haven't built him. So he'll be good. Iona, if you have Iona built up, she's going to be good. Lightlock can still help you if you built Lightlock to help DPS Gear Raid 1. There's plenty of information out there on some other guys. So let me just talk about what I did. And as you can see here, I do have my Vierna in Combat. I started with Combat. He was my biggest damage dealer. Then I got Vierna, so I pumped her up, and she has my best gear possible. Just to kind of show you real quick, I got her built right now with not so good on the crit damage, but got the 98% crit rate, extra 10,000 attack. She's got no rage regen, which I didn't. I thought I had rage regen on her, but her rage regens pretty quickly as it is. But she could probably use some rage regen. Attack speed doesn't do anything. So mainly focused on getting that crit and attack first, and then focused on getting some crit damage. As I get some new gear in, especially from running the Gear Raid 1, I'll be fed up a little bit. Although she doesn't really benefit too much from the stage 19 drops, because you get the attack plus attack speed, which isn't really going to do much for her. On the awakenings, I did end up pulling 3 total on Vierna. So I do have the 2 awakenings, so she gets a little bit of attack there, and then she gets the magic resistance reduction as well. And then for the artifact, I am using the Skull of Desecration. We got damage received increased by 20%, so she's going to take more damage, which she doesn't really get hit that much, while her AoE damage is increased by a nice 25%. I think this is a really good one for her. So she's pretty well geared. Not perfect. Should definitely use more crit damage, and definitely could use some rage regeneration. So I'm probably going to have to look at even beefing her up even more. My Comet is probably my next gear one. He's one I was actually able to gear with the close to 100% crit without using a crit piece, a crit rate piece. So he's really good shape. Zealous, not so much. He's not really geared up too good. I mean, did I end up finally going crit rate on him? I don't even know. Yeah, okay, so I did end up going to crit rate on him, but you can see I don't have much of a crit damage boost, and his attack is okay. So main thing, I was trying to get that crit rate up. So again, he's not the main one. It's all about Vierna and Comet are as my main damage dealers. So let's go ahead and I'll get the run playing while I talk through a little bit more through my logic, so you guys can see. And I should have ran more than that. But that's okay. We can always run more. So the key things you got here, you got the waves of mobs, and you want to try to DPS them before the Eloin. I don't know what she called in here. What she called? I forget. Anyway, before she gets her heal off. So this Jungle's Grace is going to start healing them. As you can see there, I pop my ults, I pop my Dolores, pop everything, and I try to use the Vienna ult right before Jungle's Grace comes down. You can see they're really big heals. So it's really hard to out DPS that. So you want to get it. You want to get them down in the break. So there you go. I ulted before Jungle's Grace came again. I time my ults up in there. My timing with some of the other ults are not great, so I kind of really just use Mari just to slow things down overall. Whereas if you can time them all together, of course it's going to be better. That's why I say it's not really the cleanest run, but it got the job done. So you can see here on my right is where I set up my primary DPS. I have my Comet, I have my Vierna, I then have Autumn and Dolores for the boost for them, and then I have my Elowen here healing them and also doing some rage regeneration. I finally got that skill up one level at least, and Elowen's so expensive for me to skill up now because everything else freaking maxed out before the one that regenerates the rage. Kind of pissed me off. There's one still that's level 4 beside, and then there's two are max, and I finally just got the rage one to level 2. So anyway, she's generating some rage there. This is just kind of like a little bit extra, right? I stick my light lock over here for the healing over here. I got my Zealous and my Mari. They're really just support more than anything else. They're not doing the DPS. They're just supporting Mari there to freeze and try to slow things down, and Zealous there for his debuff. That's really the main thing for Zealous, man. He applies that debuff, and just a little more consistency. So there we go. My Comet has a slow rage regeneration. I put him and Dolores down first. Then I put my Vierna down. I do use Dallin for, getting my cost up a little bit quicker. I'm not gonna say it's 100% necessary, but I mean it definitely helps to have some cost regeneration out there. Just remember to take it down when you're ready. Otherwise you'll forget, and then you're like, oh, I can't place another unit. So I do that just to get things set up a little bit quicker. So as you can see here, again, it's all about timing. Trying to get them down before that Drungo's Grace triggers. And then honestly, it's just a DPS check. Just keep boosting your DPS as much as possible. I was able to do this a heck of a lot easier once I geared Dolores correctly and was maxing out the bonus she's giving everyone. And then throwing Autumn in here helped as well. And then Mari, the slows, you do get a little bit extra attack from the Lord, the Nero Lord, just to get the attack on the slowed enemies. That's kind of why she helps, and she also just slows things down for a minute. She can freeze everyone, stop them from hitting the wall, and there you go. So this is not a free-to-play friendly team. I mean, it's not. Yeah, it's not free-to-play friendly. I didn't really use any. I don't think anyone's geared out, or was Vierna. I don't know if anyone's geared out in GR1-19 drops in ancient sets. If there is, it's not much. It's not a whole lot. So it's not like I really relied on the GR2 sets. I could have done this before I even beat GR1-19 because I had all the tools there. I just didn't have the gear properly applied. Didn't have Dolores properly applied. So that was my main mishap there, was not gearing Dolores correctly. And then honestly, I didn't think of Autumn until I watched another video, right? So you get these little nuggets from all the videos. I find it pretty cool with all the different strategies. So there you go. Hit the waves before she starts healing. If you waste your ultimates while she's healing, it's just a waste. It's a waste because they're really healing a lot. So you want to maximize your ultimates by triggering them, preferably while that bar is going down. But try to pay attention to when the heals stop, and trigger your ultimates then, so you can get that damage in. And then the main one you're timing, if you have Vierna, is Vierna. You want to trigger her right before the Jungle's Grace triggers, and you'll pretty much wipe out entire waves. With the power of dominance, of course, is a lot easier. I did this same exact setup, and my timings weren't great, and I lost. So it really does come down to time. It's keep retrying it if you're close. If you're in that like 36 plus mob range, you're able to start taking out some of the big boys before the wall comes. It could be your timing, could be some minor tweaks that can push you over that edge, because at least once you get enough of these big guys down, they stop DPSing the wall, so you don't really have anything to worry about. I noticed that they have these little spawn points up here, but I think they were there from the beginning. So I had thought maybe some more mobs might come, but no, you just got the boss. Once you're down to the boss, it's easy peasy. The wall's up, you don't have to worry about it. No matter how long you take to do DPSer. So anyway, that's it, guys. My GR1-19 down. GR3-19 coming up next. That's my next focus. I'm gonna gear up my marksman for that. Oh, we got at least a piece here. So we got like one of the HP and defense. We got defense bonus, but 2 flat stats. Not really gonna cut it. Yeah, and crit race in the last slot. I'm not gonna bother trying to upgrade that. And that's probably not gonna cut it either. Guys, a lot of this farming, you don't get gear that's even useful. Anyway, let me know in the comments if you have any questions. Let me know how your gear raids are coming. These gear raid 19 stage 19s are kind of like the big jump. That's what your aim is going for. Once you get everything to 18, then it's like, okay, what do I gotta do to get through 19? Keep farming gear, keep re-gearing. It honestly is an annoying bit of the game, having to keep re-gearing, but it's also fun, man. I am really enjoying the different strategies and the different ways you can figure out how to do things. Having a blast. Hope you guys are too. Anyway, if you're enjoying the content, make sure you hit that like button. If you're not subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button. I'll catch you guys in the next video.